Oh, it says we're live now. All right. Well, how about that? Fucking got some people in the chat. Says we're live. I hope that we're live for you guys. Let us know if this is working. And that sucked. All right, we're live. Here we go. Today is August 5th, and the Yankees have buried the Red Sox. 4 games in 3 days, 4 wins. Red Sox are now 16 games back in the loss column and fully out of the picture, out of sight, out of mind. We move on to bigger and better things. A lot of games to talk about, a lot of injuries to talk about. Let's talk Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy. Whew. All right, what is up, everybody? Thank you for clicking play, hanging out with us today as we recap this weekend series that. Oh my God, I almost died.
Oh my God, you the Red Sox? Hey,
Wow, choked. Weekend series that was. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey. I got my co-host Jake coming to you from his apartment complex office space in Denver, wearing a Money Manziel long sleeve shirt. Jake, how you doing?
it's my go-to travel shirt. Really get a lot of dumb looks when I wear it. I'm doing good, Jim. I'm doing good. It's again one of your phrases that I've stolen. It's funny how quickly baseball can move. We go from the 4-game set with the Red Sox last week. Sky is falling. We go to the trade deadline. Sky is falling again. And here we are, man. I'll say we won the AL East, and we have a couple more injuries because that's just how every series goes now, and it's unbelievable. But we're winning games. The next man up stuff is crazy. It's officially hit the part where it's just like nobody is willing to drop the ball. Nobody wants to be the guy that they're like, well, yeah, we've had all these injuries. Yeah, now Higashioka's playing and he's not good. Nope, Higgy's raking. Oh, here comes Vic Valera. If you didn't know we're calling Breivik Vic Valera yet, catch the net. Vic Valera, yeah, do what you're doing, kid. Knock it around a little. So it's kind of unbelievable. It's going to be interesting to see how much of this season is now going to hinge on who's getting healthy, who's coming back, and how different is this team going to look in a couple weeks, in a couple months. But times are good, man. I mean, what's our record now, Jim? Like 72-39 or something?
A lot to a
I mean,
little. I don't know. I don't check that stuff, but it was 69 a couple days ago because there was a ton of nice jokes going on.
yeah, it's nice.
So that's all I know. We won 2 since then, maybe. So maybe it's 71.
72-39 is what I'm
That's
seeing.
that's good, Jake.
8 games up on the Rays, 14 and a half on the Boston Red Sox.
12, 13, 14, 15. We have 16 series left. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to count out the amount of series left and it was going to be like a smaller number,
Like 7.
like 10. And I was like, only
Yeah.
10 left. It's still 6. It's still a lot of
There's
baseball.
there's still some baseball to be played,
A
yeah.
lot of baseball to go. Oh, man. But the next couple of weeks, Jake, it's Baltimore, Toronto, Baltimore. It's going to be, if they, a lot of day games. If they take care of business, I know that it comes off cocky and maybe you're putting foot in your mouth, but like you said, after this, I'm not really too worried about the division. Things would have to go like plummet for me to start worrying about that. It's
Yeah.
about being healthy now, and that's our biggest foe. That's our biggest rivalry. It's not the Rays, it's not the Red Sox, it's our fucking health. I think if they counted how many fans got injured at games, I think it would be up at an alarming rate as well.
Okay, so you're including fan injuries, broadcaster injuries. We've had 2 broadcasters go down this year. Jim, yeah, man, it's nuts. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We might do it as a Patreon contest in some way. The new thing that's swirling through my mind is what is our postseason lineup going to look like? Trying to guess that is almost a near impossibility at this point. The kind of names you can throw up and dig out is unbelievable at this point. But
I did
uh,
one. Someone DM'd me somewhere, and I did it with him. But I was doing it judging if everyone's healthy,
right,
and if everyone's healthy, there's some names that get left off that you're like, oh shit, I don't want to leave Mikey Talkman off.
Gio Urshela.
No, I had him on there.
But I mean, it starts getting crazy. I mean, who'd you have off? Voight?
No, Voy was on there.
Edwin?
He's on there.
LeMahieu?
He's on there.
Didi?
He's on there.
Glaber?
Yep.
Because then you're lying. Because now you have one too many people in the DH in the infield.
No, they can all be on the roster. What are you talking about?
On the roster, I said lineup. Lineup.
Oh, I did the 25 man.
Lineup,
I did the
kid.
25-man roster.
Lineup. Okay.
Geo would be rotating with Edwin and Voight. You play the hot hand at that point. Whoever's hot.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That's what's going to be exciting too, Jim. And it's a little scary. It's in the back of Yankees fans' heads is that, hopefully it's a good problem that we have all these guys healthy and it does become a who's hot, because if someone goes cold for like the last series, you could be out for the ALDS. It's kind of unbelievable. We've got a lot of work until we get there. For now, Jim, I think we can celebrate these 4 games a little bit. While also we have to do injuries and stuff. But, Jim, tell us what beautiful, fine people are bringing us this episode.
This sweep episode, this glorious 4-game sweep of the Boston Red Sox episode is being brought to you by this guy. What a guy. AJ Schiano. The best AJ Schiano I know. Hands down.
Yeah. Maybe related to Greg Schiano.
All right, you get one guess and I get one guess, then we'll move on. I'm guessing Andrew Joseph.
Aaron Judge Schiano.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
It's a baby.
Andrew Mendez.
A
Mindy. Josh McNeil, another Mick.
Yeah, Jeff's brother.
Wow. Drew Maurer? Mayer?
Jeffrey's brother.
Jeffrey Mayer.
Big Brother episode.
Dan Mooney?
I don't know too many Moonies, I'll be honest.
Oh, you blew it. What about
Here we go.
Hank Moody.
A different name. So
Dan LaTorraca.
Dan LaTorraca. I think I've seen him on the interwebs. Who are these people, Jim?
Our most recent Patreon sponsors. We thank them very much. They get a chance.
I think I know that by now.
You think you would? They get a chance to win 2 jerseys each month. I actually have to do the July winner. I'll do it tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll do the raffle. Someone will win. Enter now for August. If you sign up now, you'll be part of the August competition. You also get to join the live chat. Live chat had a question right there. How many days after the season until Cashman fires a conditioning staff? That was a question the live chat just asked. We'll get to that during the show or in the post game that we do with the live chat. We do a little end post game sometimes. Yeah, live access, video access, some perks. You help us out. We appreciate it. Get your name shouted out. And that's about it. Go to patreon.com/talkingyanks. Jake, let's get into it. You want to burn right away? I know we got 4 games. You want to
Whoa, Jimmy. We got a lot of stuff. We're injury report. Are we going to do that? I mean, minor league talks.
The injury reports kind of happen within the burn.
Okay, we normally do it before for the past 2.5 years, but I'm on you, Coach.
I know, but the one thing that I see is that it takes us too long to get into the Yankees talk.
Oh, people like it, babe.
I mean, the injuries happen during the games, right? Like Voight's.
When are we going to do the 20 minutes on Clint's Instagram? No?
I'm out.
We're out? Okay.
Can you believe he found like a rooftop right behind the Scranton Life sign? Why is there a Scranton Life sign in Scranton?
It's an electric picture in the Electric City.
I just I think if you took all the people that defend Clint and showed him those people, he'd be like, ah, man.
Ooh, tough. All
It's
right,
like
and
when
now
you go to a Jake Paul concert and Jake Paul's on stage and you're like, this is who you're playing for.
okay, this was talking Clint. Let's get into the burns then.
Let's get into the burns. On your mark, get set, burn.
Game 1, Eduardo Rodriguez versus the big Maple, the big first inning struggler, James Paxton, as we kick off a 4-game set with Boston fighting for their lives. What accent was that? Top 1 like clockwork, James. JD McNugent Martinez with a 2-run shot as Yankee fans pull their hair out. 2-0 top 1. But Jim, bottom 1 would be grand. The kid, the Venezuelan Victor, muchas gracias from Caracas. Glaby, baby, grand salami. Yanks go from down 2 to up 2 with 1 swing. 4-2 after 1. Buckle up. Not really. Paxton would go 6 innings pitched, 2-run ball, and like 2 guys wearing fedoras at the bar, nobody would score the rest of the night. Paxton to Canely to Britton to Chapman. Yanks have the fortitude to win. Fortitude.
Fortitude. Hey, you like that Gracias from Caracas or whatever.
Yeah, I had a couple people that like that.
I like it. Say it again for me.
Muchas gracias from Caracas. Doesn't even rhyme really, but.
But you say from Caracas.
Caracas.
Muchos gracias from Caracas.
Getting
you
worse.
you can make anything rhyme. You ever see that Eminem interview? You can make anything rhyme. Orange, door hinge. Like, yeah, Eminem. Anyone can fucking do that.
That's good.
It's like a direct quote. He's like, they say you can't rhyme anything with orange. Well, about door hinge.
That's good. Not everyone could do that, man.
Good job, Em. Okay. Man, game 1 feels like forever ago. And you know why it feels like forever ago? Because all the runs happened in the first inning.
Yeah.
But we do talk about Paxton a little bit. The first strikeout and then strikeout, and you're like, damn, all right, we got good Paxton. This is going to be different. And then like, what?
He had 2 strikes on Bogarts.
How did Bogarts get on? Walk?
And then he walked him, yeah.
And then a home run, and it's like, damn it. But from there on out, he was good. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. That's good. He looked like really good. And Glaber hit the grand slam at the perfect time. That's, nothing Red Sox for like 4 innings, 5 innings. Hey, just bam, grand slam, get the lead.
Batters. He was hitting 97, 98, easy. It definitely felt like, okay, we did the first inning Paxton. We know this song and dance. He still looked okay. And then when Glaber hit to have the lead, you could do that, Jim. Hot take.
You love hot takes.
Hot take, Jake.
To be honest.
Bullpen-wise, we went Paxton to Canely, who Canely had a nice showing. Gave up a hit, but also had the strikeout. Britton, yeah.
This was the slider to Benintendi game?
Yes.
It was kind of a weird game. You hand it to the bullpen. Wow, you wouldn't think it.
Yeah, I don't know about that for sure.
Boston.
Game 1 of the doubleheader. Schmackity, schmackity. LeMay bottom 4 and 2 RBI singles. All Enos singles for funsies. And
Sale. All the iTunes apps, it's a lot of fun. Okay, Sale. I don't want it to be another thing where, like, doesn't come true and then the Red Sox are now mocking us. Nope. He's the fucking Sale killer. 2 home runs. It's insane.
It's too easy.
It's way too easy.
It's too easy. Yeah, it definitely, you're right. That game was kind of a fight or flight moment for the LeMahieu Sale stuff. Like, if Sale had, got him out a couple times, it would have just been like, oh, yeah, LeMahieu had a good game. Yanks talked a little bit, whatever. Now, after today, it's like, yo, Sale, guy owns you, bro. Sucks. LeMahieu's awesome.
So awesome.
He's so awesome. Keep him healthy.
And it was so bad. There were some calls that were so bad, but in the end, Sale and Jack Curry said this on the postgame show, and in the end, Sale, like, you faced Higashioka and Valera. Those were the two guys you had to get out.
And not for
You
nothing.
just needed to get one of them out.
Yeah, and I know the Vic Valera and Higashioka. I mean, yeah, those are tough names. I mean, Brett Gardner, and if you're Chris Sale, like, that's a guy you have to get out. Brett Gardner came into this weekend hitting 200 versus lefties. You're supposed to be one of the premier lefty starters in the game. You give up a 2 RBI single to him. Just became completely unhinged, and he can't beat the Yankees.
4 earned runs or more in every start. 8 earned runs. This was dude. The Red Sox kind of buried themselves this game. It was kind of a pathetic showing. I don't like straight shit talk. I think it's pretty unimaginative and boring. But what Cora planning to argue with the umpire, like going out for the mound visit and not saying anything, just saying, wait for me. He's, the old, let me know when he's here. And then he turns around and argues with him. A lot of managers do that. But not a lot of managers say it in their postgame as a sense of pride.
Right.
He was like, yeah, didn't say a thing to my guys. Just let me know when he comes so I can let him know what I think of it. And he was like, that's what, your sense of pride is, walking away from this game, that you planned a yell at an umpire. And then Sale completely pinned it on the umpire. And then they had their closed-door meeting, and you said in the pregame show, you got a list of boxes. What happens when things are going terrible? And you check them off like, okay, manager gets ejected to try and, pump up team, check. Players, get ejected and pass blame, check. Closed-door, player-only meeting, check. Yep. And then they come out for game 2, and it's kind of what I was saying a while ago when the Yankees were in Fenway, just compete. Just come out and compete.
Yeah.
They did for a little bit, but they just buried themselves.
They and again, if a Red Sox fan was tuned into this, they'd probably be saying right now, "Oh, real Yankees podcast just burying the Sox." The other thing that's overlying in this that we talk about a lot, the Yankees are really good, man. Whether you want to point to magic with some of the Geos and Mavens and stuff, these guys keep churning it out. They keep putting up tough at bats, and they've been giving themselves. I mean, the similarities to last year's Red Sox team aren't that far off, especially when we're a year out from last year's Boston Massacre or New York Massacre, however you want to label it. I think this year is now the Boston Massacre. I don't know. It's in New York. That gets tricky for me. The Yanks did a lot of good too, but the Red Sox, I mean, let's be honest. The Red Sox kind of ended. Didn't they just get swept by Tampa? Are they 0-7 this week?
I think they're 0-8. They've lost 8 games in 7 days now.
So, I mean, the Red Sox, I think when they lost that Sunday game to the Yankees and then they start losing to Tampa, they kind of knew that they were going to need a miracle this week. Either someone stepping up, having a big performance. It didn't happen, and then, one of the wheels got loose on the rickshaw, and it was over.
Yeah. Domingo Germán had a great outing. Domingo Germán and the Bats came together and allowed the only bullpen guy to be used was Jonathan Holder for 2 innings, who threw 2 hitless innings.
3 strikeouts. Jonathan Holder.
That's how you know you're dead and buried.
The Red Sox he's getting called back up.
The Red Sox are the team that usually crushes Holder, too. Even when he was good, the Red Sox always had his number. Right. So, they're brutal. What happened in Game 2, Jake? Let's go to Game 2 of the day, Game 3 of the series. Love doubleheaders. The Yankees love doubleheaders. I was excited for this one. You ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Brian Boring Name Johnson versus the opener, Chad Critters Green, as the Yankees try to stay undefeated in opener games this year. Playoffs, ? And begin to pour the gasoline on the casket. Devers endeavors on a 2-run homer to kick off the scoring, but GT, not talking Georgia Tech, McDonough, Gleyber Torres hits another solo shot, followed by Killa Cam, Killa who? 2 RBI double for Cameron Maben. It's 3-2 Yanks. Jim, a little seesaw action in this one as the Sox jump back on top with a Betts 2 RBI single. What a rip-off. 4-3 Sox, but mama, there goes that man again. It takes 2 to make things go right in the doubleheader. Gleyber Torres, his second Yabo of the game. We are locked up at 4s until let's give them something to talk about. Mikey T with the 2 RBI single. Jim, the 4 horsemen hold as the Yanks go Chad to Nestor to Chance to Vino to Canely to Britton to Chapman. Yanks win game 2, 6-4 final.
Ooh, Brian Johnson does have a boring name.
It's just boring. Your name's Brian Johnson, dude? We've got Breivik Valera over here. They should swap names. They need to each trade a name.
Okay, so Brian Valera and Breivik Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, that improves both names, to be honest.
They both need to trade names. They need to negotiate that.
Okay. Which one would you want? Would you want Brian Valera or Breivik Johnson?
Brian Valera is a pretty solid baseball name.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Should we just start calling Breivik Brian Valera? Is that so rude?
No, Vic Valera is awesome.
Yeah, Vic Valera is a great name. Okay.
They take the early lead off Nestor, who didn't look that great this game. Nestor only went 2 innings. Actually, he went 2 innings. They wanted Nestor to go longer than 2 innings. They didn't want to have to use Chance here because they knew they had the 4 horsemen, right? So they wanted Chad and Nestor to combine for 5 innings. But Nestor was getting smacked around.
Yeah,
Chance was the 26th man, so they bring Chance in. Chance Adams isn't that good. I don't like being mean to Chance, but he's just not good. Yeah. He goes 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, which is not good, but it was fine because the offense comes alive, and then the 4 horsemen shut it down in a nice close game. Like it was 4-4 in the 7th inning, and Talkman comes through with the big hit. Talkman comes through with the big hit after Urshela walks.
Yeah, Jimmy, and I know this is something that you've been hammering home on the internet. I mean, just look at a lot of the names, and like Mike Talkman is actually having a great year, and he's a good ball player, but he still has a little bit of the name effect. Breivik Valera, the game before that, Jonathan Holder got sent down. Higashioka, wherever we mention him. Brian Breivik Valera. Urshela, again, he's a god now, but I think you've been hammering it home. Chance Adam, Nestor Cortez. The Yankees basically have 2 teams better than the Red Sox this year.
Well, people are saying, like, it's a straight flip, last year's Red Sox and this year's Yankees. It's not. Last year's Red Sox, and this isn't a diss, every star player played to their best ability.
Yeah.
That is not what this Yankees team is.
No.
Not even close. This Yankees team is every replacement player plays to his best abilities. But to balance that, it's really a testament to Boone and Cashman as much as it is the players. It's easy to manage when you just have every player be healthy and play to their best, or you call your studs. And it's blowing my mind that the Red Sox are fully healthy. Like, if you're a Red Sox fan, and that's why I keep tweeting it out, the names that are beating you, and you're fully healthy, but it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, and it's
Higgy comes in and gets a hit, Ford comes in and gets what's going on?
It is funny when you really break it down, and it's I'm saying how good of a ball player Mike Talkman is. You know who also is good? Giancarlo Stanton, in his 38 homers and 100 RBI last year. So, yeah, I mean, we are getting a lot of the lemons we're squeezing. But, yeah, I mean, when you look at it, and the Red Sox, who, again, they're fighting for the wild card. They're fighting for their season a bit. Yes, this is at Yankee Stadium, and the Yankees are a good team, but I mean, they didn't have it, and they had the opportunities. I mean, not to jump to game 4 too quickly, but I mean, we were going Hap to Sessa no matter what happened. So yeah, the Red Sox had I mean, a little bit of opportunity, and they were just never able to get it this whole series.
Yeah. Well, go back to this game.
Yeah.
Adam Ottavino, he lets single, then fly ball, then strike out, then he walked. So he has 2 on. Mookie Betts up in a tie game. Big moment. Gets a fly ball. Nice slider that Mookie kind of just popped up. You had a tweet, you noticed something where you were like, people just take his fastball because they're scared of it being the slider.
Yeah. I want to say it might have been the 2-0 pitch in that at bat or the at bat before, and he's got a good fastball. It's got some nice movement on it. And it just feels like people are just sitting on the Frisbee and almost playing wiffle ball because the metrics say throw that slider whenever you can. But yeah, I think he threw a 2-0 or a 2-1 fastball to Mookie that was right down Broadway. And Mookie took it and was clearly leaning over looking for the Frisbee. So yeah, I think that's going to be interesting in the development because Ottavino, man, do you remember where we were with him in April? We were pitch him against everyone. Now, if a good lefty comes up, we want to go to Canely, which Canely has been amazing against lefties.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to Canely. I'm still fine with Ottavino.
Yeah, but it's not where we were in April. When he came out and he was pushing, he was our go-to guy in every situation. If there was a jam, if we needed an out in the 6th, if we needed an out in the 8th, if we needed a backup closer to start the season, it was Ottavino. We want that guy. Then he I wouldn't say struggles, but he's just come back a little bit.
Canely has my trust over Ottavino.
Right. And I think that's a big part of it too. But I think it's just funny that I don't know, for a month and a half there, Ottavino would come in and, it wasn't yeah, this is his inning. It was kind of yeah, Ottavino, he's got a couple righties up. If we get to this lefty who's up 4th, we will go to Canely. And that's just a very different attitude than where we were at with him. So I don't know. Maybe a little Jakey what to watch for if he starts working in that heater a little more.
Yeah. Tommy Canely's awesome. Love watching him work to lefties. High fastball, low change. It's so awesome.
It's great. The changeup is unbelievable at times. I heard some rumors about him doing some naked stuff in the clubhouse this weekend. I won't deep dive into that.
What were the rumors? I didn't hear these. Where'd you hear them?
I've got sources, man.
What was he doing?
There was some Tommy Canely, just Johnny Damon type rumors. A lot of nudity.
I don't doubt it. I was watching some Yes Network, and they're talking about Sparky Lyle. And sure. he was like the prankster in the clubhouse reliever, so same as Canely. One of the things in the thing, they're like, yeah, no one ever got to eat their birthday cake that year. Sparky liked sitting in the cakes.
It's pretty good.
And I was picturing it, and they want you to picture him doing it with pants on, and there's no way Sparky Lyle was sitting in cakes with pants on.
Sparky ass cake Lyles.
Yeah. It's one of the Yes Yankeeography. Sparky Lyle sitting on cakes.
Definitely had a meeting. How are we going to tackle the whole Sparky Lyle putting his ass and balls in everyone's birthday cake?
So that's what Canely's doing, you're saying?
There was no cake involved from what I know. But
I'm so interested.
Jim, I hate to go back to negative town because we said we were going to talk about this along the way. Where we've kind of, I guess in this day,
it was this
we
day.
Had 2 significant injuries.
Yeah, I did want to say that Britton looked bad but got out of it, and then Chapman looked good again. 2 games in a row, Chapman looked good.
Pumping gas, baby.
Oh, 102 starts off August good because he was bad in July.
Yeah.
But yeah. Edward Encarnacion takes a ball to the wrist, just like Judge last year. Breaks his wrist. He's going to be out a while. And then Hicks. Devastating injury from Hicks.
We think.
And I want to explain to everyone that doesn't pay attention to every press conference and news and how it's being reported. Right. Because now I'm hearing people saying, Yankees set a 3-week timetable for Edwin. That's not realistic at all. They did not. They did not. They said 3 to 5 weeks, which means 5 weeks. I mean, you just got to know that. And Edwin said, I'm going to try to come back by 3, which he's the player, so he's going to do that. So don't expect 3 weeks. Don't act like the Yankees said 3 weeks, because they didn't. I see a lot of pushback already, like, how crazy is it that they think we're going to believe that he comes back in 3 weeks? They didn't say that. No one has said that. He will not be back in 3 weeks. It would be miraculous.
Yeah, that's not happening. We'll see. Like you said, they were doing the replays. It is eerily similar to the Judge injury. Wrist is tough for a hitter. We'll see Edwin when we see him. It'll be tough. If he does get back, you hope he could get back with some time in September to get a couple at bats in, because even if you're healthy for October, almost an impossible ask to just jump into playoff baseball after a wrist injury and be ready to play. So that's kind of Edwin's deal. Jimmy Hicksy.
Mm-hmm.
We're clearly expecting the worst. What did the Yankees say it was? What did they list it as?
So Hicks came out. He made a play in center field where he threw to third base to keep the runner at second in the close game of Game 2. He unleashed it, and then non-contact injury, so and arm and elbow, so really bad. Boone's press conference was basically a funeral, and I think Boone's worn down with the injuries, because like the next one after Glaber and Gio was even like more funeral-esque. And they asked, what's he look like? Well, we sent him to the doctor. It looks like an injury. Screams Tommy John to me. Then they come back and they say flexor strain, but they say the ligament has not been damaged at all. Now, the way I interpreted Boone's press conference was it's good that the ligament hasn't been damaged at all, but it in no way secures like anything positive. Right. Like, it very much can still be Tommy John's needed or something drastic's needed. But everyone that I heard, Susan and John, and then ESPN, they were like, oh, they got good news about Hicks. And I was like, where'd you hear that from?
Yeah.
That's what everyone, at least the Hicks news is good. It's not. We don't know what it is. And we still don't know if Voigt's getting surgery or not.
Well, I guess the good news would be going from definitely Tommy John to not definitely Tommy John.
Yeah, but it was never definitely Tommy John. It was just like we thought. I still think...
Right, it was the main assumption, and now we've come off from that a little bit.
Yeah, my odds probably went from 80 to 65.
Yeah. We'll
because like
see.
That's with Montgomery, it was the same exact thing. Flexor strain. Oh, I think I'll be back. Bam, shut down.
Yeah, and that's going to be the interesting juggle, because whatever it is probably needs something, and I think the debate, and it'll be interesting. Aaron Hicks got paid. He got that contract. I wonder if it comes to a decision, like he gets the choice. I don't know. We have to get more info on it. Like you said, I mean, right now we're guessing. Could be Tommy John, could be sore elbow. We'll know more soon. It's again, it's just kind of unbelievable that everything, like you said, Friday night you said was the best day because there was no negative news. Every day it's like, oh, hey, we won another game. Hell, we won 2 games. Oh, we also just lost 2 of our top 4 hitters.
Yeah. So just to remind everyone, Jordan Montgomery gets pulled in the Houston game in 2018. They said his elbow. Then they said, oh, it's not that bad. It's just a strain. Ligament's fine. They put him on the DL with an elbow strain. And like a week later, they're like, it's bad. We got to do Tommy John.
Yeah.
I'm fully expecting that. Like if you had to put at like 51% which way, I would expect Hicks has to get Tommy John still. That's why I was shocked. People were like, we got good news. Like, what do you mean? We've done this before.
Yeah, I think the lean is that way. I just say the only difference between those 2 examples is the hitter-pitcher dynamic. Monty would have to be pitching throughout the season. Hicksy, I mean, you could do some funny stuff. Does he play like Johnny Damon? Does he not let his arm rip? Does he let it rip and he can play through it? Or does he just have to get the surgery? We'll find out this week probably.
Yeah, we have so much up in the air because like Voit, they think he's going to be able to play through it too, but like he doesn't know. And now we have Glaber.
Isn't that absolutely insane that Voit and Hicks could be these like light injuries? Yeah, we'll see in a week or two, or they could be out for the season. Starting first baseman, starting center fielder. Again, two top four guys in our lineup. Never mind Edwin, the DH. So
Yeah, yeah. My brain, but don't be like me.
right,
In my brain, Voigt's coming back. Hicks is done.
okay,
I mean, that's not. I don't have any inside knowledge or anything. I'm just like that's where my brain's at.
yeah.
So let's go to game 4. Can we get
Game
the
four.
sweep? Can we bury the
Yeah.
Sox all-time
Oh my
punt
god,
game?
burial, bro.
All-time punt game. You see the Yankees Twitter said like very nice game. They get in on the burying
I didn't
jokes.
see that. Look at that.
Wait, would you look at this?
Oh, would you look at these?
All right, here we go. Game 4. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
J Happ versus David Price on a somber Sunday as the Yanks prepare for a funeral in the Bronx. Bottom first, and it truly would be Judgment Day as Aaron goes Oppo Taco in the first. 1-0 Yanks. Bottom 3, and I'm in love with Urshela, his glove and his bat. He's been killing it. 2-run shot bomb. 3-0. We just met you. This is crazy. RBI double. Cameron Maben 4-0. Built Ford tough as Mike hits an RBI single 5-0. And talk dirty to me as Mike Talkman delivers the 2 RBI single along with the eulogy with a literally priceless start from David. 2.27 earned runs. Rest in peace, in peace. The Red Sox try to come back to life, but like Frankenstein, they just end up ugly and dead. Hap to Sessa to the Undertaker, Chad Green. Yanks sweep the dirt on the casket, sweep the series, and win this one 7-4 final.
How sweet it is to be loved by Talkman.
Mike Talkman.
By Mike Talkman. Yeah, man. I mean, you're the Red Sox. Like, salvage the series. Then you see their lineup, and they're like, okay, it's Hap to Sessa, Ford at first, Higgy behind the dish, Judge is DHing. It was the biggest punt game.
You almost had to have Breivik Valera in there just to kind of be a dick punch.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Boone.
Still would have won, man.
Yeah,
I mean, the rally was awesome. Like all those guys got hits. Ford got a hit.
Rockin', man.
Talkman got a hit. Stadium's rocking, and they're just looking around like. Cora looks so defeated.
Oh, Jimmy, know what the final box they need to check? Maybe I'll tweet this out tomorrow. The official our team season is going into the shitter checklist. You know, players and manager getting ejected for no reason, trying to spark the team. Players only meeting, they check that box. I think the last box we're looking at is like an actual internal team fight, or like maybe someone saying the actual bullpen sucks or something like that. That's the only checkbox we're missing from this Sox season being over for them. Yeah, man. I mean, it was done. It was done. It was, you know, we obviously are mocking the it's a funeral a little bit because that's a pretty high school move. Was there a part of me that wanted Brett Gardner to dress as like an Undertaker? Absolutely. But I knew I wasn't getting that. Man, David Price in the Bronx, with how this series was going, I mean, this was a game.
Say that again. It cut out for 1 second.
It was a predetermined game.
Oh yeah. I was happy with the way Hap looked for a while. I mean, in one at bat, his outing went from 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, to 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and those can't be, or 6 innings pitched to 5.2 innings pitched. Those can't be any different of lines, Jake. Like one is such a good start for Hap right now, and the other is just like bleh.
Yeah, and I think people will be mad that I'll defend Hap a little bit just because, again, there's some people out there that need to be shitting on someone at the Yankees at all times. This is going to sound ridiculous to a lot of people. Hap is throwing the ball better. His fastball changeup looks a lot better. Like you said, not only was he an out away from a nice quality start, he was a foul tip away. If Higgy squeezes that, not that I'm actually blaming Higgy, but if Higgy squeezes that, it's 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. And he just looked solid out there. He kind of looked like boring Hap outside of the 2 solo dolos. But I mean, even the Minnesota game, he got rocked in. He was actually kind of getting squeezed that game, and that stadium times getting squeezed, Hap was screwed. Not that that's a full excuse. Arizona, he looked solid in his couple starts before that. I mean, there were only 5 innings, but he was doing his job. So I don't know. I'm the results aren't there. If I had to bet on being more confident with J Happ going forward this season, I would bet on it. Still not playoff level confidence, but there was a time there where we weren't sure what J Happ was going to be able to give us this year. Now it looks like he's at least going to go out there and fight for 5-6 innings.
Yeah, I don't know what his role is moving forward. He's definitely not on my playoff rotation or roster. Maybe roster coming out of the pen or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Dude, that third inning, Aaron Judge walks. There's 2 outs. There was 2 outs during all this?
2-out rally.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Gio Urshela homers. Brett Gardner doubles. Cameron Maben doubles. Mike Ford singles. Kyle Higashioka doubles. Mike Tauchman singles. Gleyber Torres walks. Mike Ford, Kyle, Cameron, Gardy, dude, Gio, Gardy, Cameron Maben, Mike Ford, Kyle Higashioka, Mike Tauchman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in a row who were not supposed to be getting everyday at bats on this Yankees team.
Gio Urshela batting cleanup.
6 not supposed to be getting everyday at bats.
Gio Urshela basically got kicked out of Toronto and Cleveland because he couldn't hit, and now he's hitting cleanup for the New York Yankees. And by the way, he hit a fucking bomb.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. Judge's home run was a bomb in this game.
Yeah, it was a Judgian shot. Good height on it. Oppo Taco.
Second section though, that's a bomb.
It's nice.
It's crazy. And Sessa, dude, looked good.
Your guy. Somehow.
He's looked good. Like now, it's getting more impressive, right? I know we don't want to fall for it, and I won't. But isn't it getting more and more impressive?
He looks good. His ERA on the season is down to 3.74. I mean, like I'll never be able to trust him. I am I'm a boyfriend whose heart has been broken one too many times. I will never be able to trust him.
Do some math with me real quick.
Okay, let's do some math. This usually ends well for us.
22 plus 2.1, 24.1.
Call that 24.1.
All right, and then this is dumb. 3 plus 0.
I'm going 3.
You going 3 there?
Yeah.
So innings pitched 21.1. Is that what we had?
Not even close. 24.1.
Okay.
Are you saying he's given up 3 runs in 24.1 innings? Is that what we're dancing around here?
Yeah, he has a 1.12 ERA in his last 9 games.
It's insane. I mean,
I'm saying Sessa's stretch is like getting like weirdly good,
like impressive, and that's I mean, it's insane, man. I can't. I was about to go on this whole speech about Brian Cashman and believing in this team, blah, blah, blah. And it would have been hiding some of my feelings from the trade deadline still. I mean, Luis Cessa, I don't know if he's going to end up getting an award, but this guy he's cockroaches. He's survived everything, and he's like dealing now.
I can't believe it. I'm looking at his game log now, Jake. He's got 2 stinkers. I
Yeah.
think if you take the 2 stinkers out, he's got 26 solid appearances. Okay, how many? He's got 29 appearances now. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of 29 are scoreless. But then he's got a couple and then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, only 1 run. So that's 26 of 28. Of 26 of 29, less than 1 run or less.
Big talking math segment today.
You could fucking finagle Sessa's season to say he hasn't been that bad.
And all our Diamondback listeners, you could have had him for Robbie Ray.
Oh, man. 9 games, 1.2 ERA or something like that.
You could have had Sessa on the bump with Clint Frazier in right field tonight, Arizona, but no.
Okay. Gleyber Torres' dad just tweeted something.
Okay.
And it translates to, after tonight's scare, GT is leaving the hospital and everything is fine. The bus awaits and they go straight to Baltimore.
Hell yes.
Hell yes. He had...
Dad, cool. Didn't you guys have beef?
Why don't you butt out?
Did Joe smooth that over? Aren't him and Joe's friends now?
Yeah. Gleyber's dad. It was a year ago today. It was during the Boston Massacre.
Wow.
He slid into my DMs. Let me see if they're still up. He came at me in all Spanish, which was tough.
That's tough.
Because I don't know how to read Spanish. And then after the initial one, it was August 3rd last year. We ended on a really good note. His last things to me are all thumbs up, pray, 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 fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's interested, let me get the Google Translate out, which is what... And, Jake, I didn't know that it was Gleyber's dad that DM'd me. I just thought it was a follower that spoke Spanish. So I was talking to him very much like it wasn't his dad, which may have led credence to my gumption. He said, "It is easy to criticize when the game is not thoroughly known, unless if you have never played. That rolling was difficult to make the out. If he took it, it could avoid the race is the only thing, but that is not the difference of the game." I think there was a bad play that Gleyber made, and I was like, come on, Gleyber.
It was riveting.
Riveting stuff. But anyway, we're friends now. And that's great news on Gleyber.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Gleyber can't get hurt.
That's what Judge said in his postgame. He's like, GT's a pretty tough kid. I expect him to be with us in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Maybe he had some gas. Maybe he was pregnant.
I would lean the first.
Yeah.
If those are the options.
He is a special kid, though.
Special kid.
Special kid. You got anything more in Game 4 on the games in general? How about Gio taking both shots to legs?
Dude, that was unbelievable. I tweeted it out. I yelled, Jesus Christ. I really did. It was unbelievable. If you didn't see it, Gio fouls the ball off his one leg, and it was ugly. His leg was planted. So there was no release. So he hops around for a minute. Dono comes out. They do the whole song and dance. They take a while. Everyone checks back in. All right, let's run it back. Fouls off the same pitch. It was a different leg in a really bad section. If any of you remember the Jermaine Dye broken leg, it was it looked like that. He's hopping around again. It's all, dude. It looked like an SNL skit for a second. If it was an SNL skit, the next pitch he fouls straight into his face and breaks his nose, and it was a step away from that. So it was unbelievable. He got a really big applause, which was awesome. Ends up grounding out, but that was just, it was unbelievable. It was that moment. I'll tell you what, Jim. That moment bought me about a week from shitting on the training staff. because just seeing that, you're like, oh, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I can't believe he stayed in. I can't believe Boone let him stay in. I'm guessing if they didn't know something was up with Glaber, they would have taken Gio out and just said, like, yo, just chill out for a little bit. But then Glaber had his stuff going on. He was trying to pass gas real bad and couldn't.
Or pregnant.
So they send him to the hospital to deliver whatever was inside of him.
Yeah.
And now he's good to go, per his source, his father. Good for Glaber.
It's ready for the bus. I don't know, Jim. I just think now would be a good time. A year ago today, I know I was in Boston. It was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We were podcasting. We were in a sad place. And what a difference a year makes. So corny, Jake. That's cool. Yeah, man. I'm just really excited. The Red Sox, like you mentioned, and maybe some of our listeners will take this. And this isn't us being like peacocks or anything. Like, know all that, like all the free real estate and that shit. I've been cussing a lot. I guess I'm running hot tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Red Sox are gone. Like, do not engage. They are no longer a part of our season. So, like, it's not even worth it. Don't get into the debates. Don't do anything. They are gone. Let's go out, figure out who you want to get healthy. Figure out what do you think this rotation's gonna like. Let's get some good Sevy news. So, Boston, it's done.
Oh, you good?
I'm good.
It's a good release.
Around a year ago today, it was low times. That was the arugula episode. Got a lot
of over
review.
Last year. Like, people kept saying that to me. I was like, I don't care if we win this last game. Like, we're fucking good. They're 15 games back. I was like, after last year. Last year's fucking over with. You got to have a short memory in this sport. I'm gone. I have no feelings. What we do this year has nothing to do with what happened last year, in my opinion. Let's just win this year. I'm over it.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I mean, I get it. People like seeing the parallels, especially the 4 games. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to awards. You know who awards? You know who awards are brought to you by this time, Jake?
Who are awards brought to us by this time, Jim?
They're brought to you by my friends at Black Barrel Media, and this is a real suggestion. Infamous America, but it's a history podcast that I listen to all the time. They do like Legends of the Old West. If you guys don't know, I'm a history major and history nerd. They're doing this new season on the Black Sox scandal. And there's all this new information that they know about the Black Sox scandal because a camp in Klondike, Alaska got sent newsreels of the World Series and like information and newspapers. And the people in Klondike, the way that they got rid of stuff was they just went and put it in ice. Like they just threw it in the lake and it froze. And a couple years ago, they found all this memorabilia and this film that's like perfectly good. And it had the World Series tapes on it. So this, they're over at Black Barrel Media. They're doing it. So it's a podcast. Black Sox, the 1919 World Series scandal. Go check it out. There's a short like teaser up right now. I'm telling you, it's if you just have time to kill, they're gonna do a little mini series on it, and it's good. And we teamed up with them. They're gonna kind of like give us some shout outs. But I had reached out to them a while ago because I was like, hey, I love you guys. Like, let's team up.
Yeah.
So. Go listen to that podcast after you listen to every podcast on John Boy Media.
Cool.
Awards. You get to go first, Jake.
Right, because you're a heathen? Am I saying that right?
That's rude. Out of nowhere?
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Jimmy, can't you see... Oh, God. This is tough. Tough.
Who's your pride of the Yankees?
I'm between two guys. I wish. Jimmy, I am going to go with You know what? Screw it. I'm going with your best friend's kid. I'm going with Glaber Torres, Jim. Like you
Wow.
said in game one, the timing of that grand slam, and that sounds kind of obnoxious. Like I get it. Like the timing of a grand slam is always pretty good. But seriously, to kick off this series and to instantly go from down to the Paxton struggles, Boston's fighting for their lives to 4-2, prepare the casket. Like that's what happened. And Jim, dude, I've been getting lost in Glaber's baseball reference page. And Jim, this is all the sick stuff. And I've started to send out some ornery tweets every time Glaber does something good. Because I can't even believe, and I know a lot of the bad beat writers just did it for clicks, but I can't even believe his name was being mentioned at the deadline, even as like a joke, Jimmy. Even as a joke. He's 22, Jimmy, and he's improving across the board. Jimmy, last year, 271 batting average, 340 on base, 820 OPS. This year so far, 288 batting average. So we're up like 17 points there. 354 on base, we're up 14 points there. 872 OPS, we're up 50 plus points there. Jimmy, he's 22. He's getting better. He's a middle infielder. So yeah, I kind of hit my trigger that even the bad beat writers were using his name as clickbait. That will never happen again. Glaber Torres is a Yankee. Jimmy, in 123 games last year, he had 24 home runs. In 103 games this year, he now has 23 home runs. And guess what? He's going to get even better because he's only 22. So I'm going to Glaborius.
Wow. Yeah, man. Glaber's awesome. And yes, nobody asked Cashman for Glaber.
Right?
I mean, nobody asked Cashman for Glaber in a trade.
Like, I think it's a dramatic kind of made-up phrase sometimes with GMs, but that's literally hang up the phone.
I'd bet money, and I don't have a lot of money, that not one GM asked Brian Cashman for Glaber in a serious tone. I'd bet a lot of money. It's just a lot of beat writers. Dude,
there was a GM that lived a train ride away that broke all the rules, Jim. He played by his own rules.
Yeah, is that all?
Brody Van Wagenen totally asked for Glaber Torres.
No.
So you owe us money.
Brody GM isn't that dumb. Even he isn't that dumb.
Wow. Nice words.
It's the nicest thing I said about Brody in a long time.
Nice words.
Yeah, dude, Glaber's awesome. 3 home runs in a series.
Yeah. But he only does it against Baltimore and Boston, dude. Like, get over it.
It's so funny that it was a lot of Boston fans who said that. Like,
yeah.
Boston fans were the only people that tweeted out, he only does it against Baltimore. Actually, and Yankee fans, just jerk Yankee fans that hate on everything. Yeah. And now he's just, like, good against everyone because he's played more people, you know. We played, 15 games against Baltimore by the time we hit our 50th game, so sorry that some people racked up stats. It's kind of how the season goes. But, yeah, now he's done it against them, and they're just as bad as Baltimore. They're 16 out in the game in the loss column. They're in the same echelon. Like, if you're, divide the East into 2 sections, good and bad, the Red Sox are in the bad section, Jake. It's the Rays and the Yankees, and then there's 3 teams in the bad section.
Jimmy Fire.
Oh, that is not. That is a fact. That's how you do it.
Well, they're pitching, Jim, is what you need to say. They're hitting. I mean, their offense, do they still lead the AL in runs?
I don't just looking at the standings.
Right.
16 back.
Yeah. Jimmy Fire, man. I love it.
It's not shit talking, if it's true.
It's fire. It's shit talking. I love it. I love it out of you.
My pride of the Yankees.
Jim, do you have a pride of the Yankees this week?
Yeah, my pride of the Yankees. And I looked at the notes here. Because I was like, I don't know. I feel like he gets it a lot. And I was like, wait, actually, he might not get it ever because he should be getting it a lot. So I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
It's DJ LeMahieu.
Nice, man. That was my backup. Good job.
Good job by us. Good job by us.
We normally do a really bad job with that.
We normally like to try and find a little more obscure guys. Like I remember
Right.
last season, Judge never got Pride because it was like, well, Judge did Judge stuff.
Right.
And that's kind of where it's been with DJ. He hasn't gotten Pride since the Red Sox series before the break. That's too long.
It's way too long.
To be nicknamed the Sale Killer
Yeah.
and to live up to that and get 2 home runs when you're not even a home run hitter, then have the quote, I like hitting home runs. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like to do bad things. It's fun. Letarian.
I like baseball. Thanks, DJ.
Thanks.
We can take that to the press. That's good.
What else do you like? Whoa. Let's just stick to baseball, guys.
Baseball, chewing tobacco, and my wife.
Yeah, he's got a baby now, too, so why don't you add that to the list? Don't be a jerk, Jake.
I think he's still feeling out the baby.
Whoa.
Does the baby like dip? I don't know.
It's a great question to ask when you have a friend that has a baby. Oh, yeah, I heard you just had a kid. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Take some
Is your
back.
baby is your baby dipping yet? Yeah, Jim. He was my second pick for a reason. Sale killer, MVP. And Jim, the second half of that Red Sox series, he got hurt. And I know we kind of were like, oh, it's a road trip. It is what it is. Man, DJ LeMahieu he's been the MVP of this team. And we're so blinded to injuries this year. Like just the fact he was nicked up, we're like, that's a huge win, huh? But no, without that guy, this is a different team. And I know the broadcasts were giving Cora way too much love for it. But every time they ask Cora what's different this year between last year and the Yankees, he just goes, DJ LeMahieu. So that guy's good.
Hey, speaking of broadcasts, what did you think about Costas?
I was in and out on Costas, so I didn't get the full package.
Oh, yeah.
A little underwhelming. Not to be rude to Uncle Bob, but he's Bob Costas. Like you and I actually, I think it was the pregame show. Our eyes like lit up. We're like, dude, Bobby Costas calling Yankees games.
So
like,
which game did you get? Did you get more of game 1 or game 2?
I watched more of game 1.
Dude, game 2 you would have been losing it.
Yeah,
He went full John Sterling.
I heard some of that, and I saw you tweeting.
So I loved him game 1. I thought it was awesome. Game 2, he lost his fucking mind. And it was like enjoyable. So Jake, he starts talking about this movie, this Ronald Reagan and Doris Day movie where Reagan played an athlete.
Yep.
And he was telling the entire plot to the movie. And Coney and Paulie are just silent because they're like, what, dude? Like, no one saw it. Like, no one knows what this isn't. No one knows what you're talking about, Bob. No one's seen this movie. It was very John Sterling-esque. They end it. I tweet out, like, what was he just talking about? They come back. He got the plot wrong.
Oh, my God.
So he redid it with the correct plot the whole time going, I think that's right. I think that's right. And again, Paulie and Coney were silent, like, what? You just did it again?
Not care less.
It's not available on home video, says Triton in the chat. Like, he was like, yeah, no one's seen it. This isn't even out. And it was some scene where, like, Doris Day was packing his clothes and he was going through and he was like, I always wondered how. And I was like, Bob, it was a very close game. I think they were like, this isn't national. Like, we get a little cozy with their audience because, we've been with them all day. Like, just so, you could go off the beaten trail here. And then Bob just did that. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think my spin on that is it's more baseball focused. That Bob Costas came in, he's like, man, this is going to be cool. Baseball slows down a little. The traditional baseball is likes getting lost in the game a little bit. I know how I'm going to mix it up. And you're right. I would have liked that, but
you would have liked that. Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. So I liked Bob game one. I don't want Bob all the time because he's got that big game voice to me. It's like, oh,
Right.
this game's different, not like your friendly, regular voice. But yeah, all right. Anyway, back to the action. Tough series to give out a motherfucker.
Tough series to give out an MF or damn man.
I have one, and I think you're gonna snake him.
Uh, I don't know. I'm between a couple guys.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, before I was dreaming about it. Now it's real. Um, are you gonna go Chance? You're so soft. You're the softest guy I know. Um, damn it, Jimmy. Damn it. I am going to. Well, this is a little bit of a cop out. Oh, can I do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Cameron Maben.
What?
Yeah.
For getting picked off? For getting the outs?
No, Jim. I'll tell you why. Because I had people tweeting at me saying Maben's slumping. And that was like the worst thing I had going for me this series.
So you're taking that out on Cameron?
I'm sorry, man. You've done this before. You've blamed what goes on in our lives. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my! This is like he's a friend of the program. He's my personal best friend. This is fucked up.
I mean, it's not on him. It's on the people. It's on the people. He had a tough series hitting wise a little bit. He's still just when he ends up around the ball, normally good. Yeah, the one caught stealing thing, whatever. But yeah, just because I tweeted out, Jim, I was like,
He had two base running gaffes.
it's insane that we're going to be starting Talkman, Gardner, and Maben in the outfield on most days because they can rest Judge. You're going to DH him to try to keep him healthy, and you want to play those other guys defensively anyways. So I tweeted that out. Like, this is insane that not only are they going to be playing, but, Jim, we're confident in them. Cameron Maben, Mike Talkman, or Brett Gardner come up in a big spot. I'm, like, excited. I think they're going to do a good thing. So the fact that I had to fend a couple people off that were like, dude, Maben's coming back down to earth. It's like, get out of here. So it's really on those people. But sorry, Cam. Love you.
Wow. Maben shouts out John Boy Media on the podcast, and Jake gives him motherfucker on ours.
We're all geared up for your MFer, kid. Mr.
Wow.
Tough guy.
The chat. Spike says, I don't like this move. Steve says that's harsh. Curran says, don't do it, Jake.
Well, let's hear
Triton
yours.
says, wow.
We react to mine. Why don't we hear your MFer?
Chance Adams.
Soft.
Dude, Chance Adams, I don't know if people know this. His last 4 outings, he's given up 11 earned runs. Like he's not good.
So what did you expect from him?
I just like either he's worse than Sessa now. Like he's worse than Sessa. I don't know, man. Like
You talked for 5 minutes about how good Luis Sessa is.
that's what I'm saying. And now Chance Adams is the guy. Like I don't want to see Chance come in. People still think of him as a kid with promise, and I don't think it's there.
Getting in the MFer, man. That's sad.
Yeah, it could go to Nestor.
Soft on the Yankees organization.
Ooh,
Soft.
I'd change it to Nestor.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually changed it because Nestor was the one that made Chance have to pitch. Nestor couldn't even go 2 innings.
That's better. That's a better award.
Yeah.
You blame Chance for not being good. Goes against everything you're about with Chance Adams.
Yeah, he's not good. I'm sorry about it. Yeah, man. Nestor only went 2 innings. Granted, I think it was a long time not pitching.
Yeah.
He pitched on the 31st, but only threw 2 pitches. He hadn't thrown like a lot of pitches since July 24th. So he was like on a weird schedule. But we needed 4 innings, at least 3 plus from Nestor, and he couldn't give it to us, and it's the first time. And everyone else in this series did rather well. So Nestor Cortez gets my motherfucker.
All right. That's a little better than where you were.
Yeah, well, you should have given it to like the Yankee fans who were chirping you. Instead, Cameron Maben got it.
Well, that would be a cop-out John Boy thing, and that's my fans and my brand can't really do that. That would be off-brand. You doing like a soft MFer award, I mean, that's par for the course.
No, everyone is
Oh,
everyone.
no, that's okay.
My DMs have been lighting up like, dude, nice MFer, harsh, good, tough,
You're
firm.
misreading this.
That's Glaber's dad.
I hate you, MFer. You're reading those wrong.
What's your first award you're giving out?
Jimmy, I've got some news. We actually and people again be happy about this. We have a partner. Double ad, Jim. God, we're freaking corporate, man. No,
We get no money from my ad. It's just a shout out.
Yeah, you're I guess technically not an ad. You're just a fan of that.
Yeah.
This a company we partnered with, Exit Speed Swing, Jim. You saw Aroldis Chapman hitting 102 on the gun. Jim, the old saying, the harder they throw, the harder it goes. And that's what this company's about. How about that Urshela home run tonight? What was that? 115 off the bat? 130? If you had to guess.
114.2.
He roped that. I think that was 429. I think Judge's was 106 off the bat. Jim, exit speed. People are talking about that in baseball now, off the bat. If you guys know any players, or if you are a player, or if you're me and Jim, I think we're going to start using the exit speed because everything we do baseball-wise has been really sad and pathetic lately. So I think we need to get a little exit speed going for us. Pro athletes are using it. I saw our guy Lourdes Gurriel. He's on their webpage. Go check them out, exitspeedswing.com. They've got a promo code Talking Yanks, 20% off for a limited time. Go check them out. Like we said, even if you're not the player, tell the player. Tell look like people that's always saying, hey, I want to support you guys. What can I do? Go check out these guys, exitspeedswing.com.
It's like something you put on your bat. Jake, can we get one of these? Do they test? Can we do it and then test and then me versus you? Who's got the fastest swing?
We'll do a video. Yeah, that's even more promo. Yeah,
Because you kind of have like a looping swing.
I was told by a major league player that my swing reminded them of Jason Giambi.
Your stance.
No, my swing. They said it was really chest heavy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
slow, I think.
No. They said you're basically Jason Giambi.
Yeah. It was Greg Bird.
It was Greg Bird. Where's Greg at? Is he coming up? Is he getting the call soon?
Now he's not even doing a thing. What's Josh Tolley up? The two guys we hung out with, are they out of baseball right now?
Kind of. Should we reach out to Bird? I don't know. Regular old awards?
Yeah, what's your first one? Is it the Exit Speed Developer Award? Is that how much you sold out?
We should do stuff like that, right? No, my brain doesn't work that much. Jim, all right. My first award.
Yeah.
My first award.
You are making it up as we speak.
This was a good series, man.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the El Duque Award.
El Duque.
He used to be a pitcher for the Yanks, Jim.
Yeah. Big fan.
And Jim, El Duque,
Yep.
you trusted El Duque in a big game.
Yep.
Even old El Duque.
Oh, yeah.
Even when he's a gamer. If you saw, he could have a terrible season, but if El Duque was in a playoff game, you're like, all right, we got this. Jim, someone who I'm confident in. I'm doubling down from the start of the season. He gave me the weird hip thing. Domingo Germán. Domingo, what the last two starts were against Boston? Am I dreaming that?
No. Versailles.
No. He won the Sunday night game. He's gone against Sale twice now. And Jim, trade deadline came and went. Yes, Brian Cashman wants to do a lot of bullpen and stuff, and we're gonna. Jim, Domingo Germán's gonna start playoff games. Excuse me.
Excuse yourself.
Thank you. I believe in him, Jim.
So,
Mingo's been my guy this year. I'm bought in. I'm all in.
so there was some interesting stuff in the post game with Domingo's start. They asked Boone about an innings limit, and they were like, "Yeah," and Boone was like, "Yeah, we've talked about it. We don't know what it is." Like, and then Boone knew like he just hit 100 or whatever. It was like they think it's going to be, or Curry was saying he thinks it's probably around 160. He's probably got 8 starts left, which leaves you with around, if he goes 6 innings every start, leaves you around 10 innings for the playoffs. So that doesn't seem smart to do that. So they're going to have to do something. They could have taken him out after 6 in that game versus Boston, but they left him in for the 7th, so maybe they're not that worried. The other interesting note was Domingo Germán said they hadn't talked to him at all about it. And the other interesting note was when Boone was asked, like, do you think Germán's going to be part of the playoffs? His eyes lit up. He was like, oh, definitely. So they got it locked in. They got to have some sort of plans, I would guess. We'll see what they are. But, yeah, Germán's good. I mean, I'm coming more and more and more. The start last Sunday wasn't really a good start, but I thought it was gutsy, and I liked that. He was just sitting people down again.
Yeah, I mean, that was gutsy, and we needed that so bad, Jim.
His changeup was crazy in this start, which we're rarely talking about his changeup as like, wow.
Yeah, the third pitch, the changeup is there, which if he can trust that in any count, he can even take things to another level. And Jim, I think what you're going to see is in, maybe later August and September, Domingo days might turn into 4-inning starts, even if he's throwing well. It might be Mingo and Sessa days or something like that. I think they're going to try to limit him that way, and then maybe even start building him up for the playoffs a little bit again. So we'll see how that. There's no reason to not trust Domingo Germán. I mean, if you want to butter knife the hip stuff out, his only bad start is the Minnesota series, which we're kind of throwing that out anyway, so I won't do the whole thing. But you can trust Mingo, man.
Trust Mingo. You know who else you can trust?
Who can you trust?
Ocho Cinco.
Chad.
Just Chad Johnson tweet from a couple seconds ago. Did anyone see the video voiceover of the Reds Pirates brawl by John Boy Media on YouTube? I've been in tears laughing for the past 40 minutes. Fucking hilarious. So welcome Chad Johnson to the Circle of Trust.
Wow.
Cuts to Jake giving Chad Johnson the motherfucker next episode.
Cuts to you trying to. Never mind.
Wow. Never mind. Germán. Good stuff. My first award, Jake, is the Get Off His Goddamn Back award.
Get off his goddamn back. It's you in a fight.
No. There's no subtleties here. There's no guessing game. It's Aaron Judge.
Oh.
Can this fan base just fucking get off Aaron Judge's back?
You're going to war, man.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible how much nonsense gets spewed because he had a slump for one series versus the Red Sox. He went 1 for 19 in the 4 games in Fenway, and that's his slump. There it is. Has he looked a little different this series? Kinda. Not even really towards the end. Maybe one of those Arizona games. Everyone is just searching. When he hit 50 home runs, people said he's home run or bust. Needs to cut down on the strikeouts. Now he's got a little less home runs. The batting average is way up. The on-base percentage is way up. He's coming off a major oblique injury that usually requires humans to have surgery, grade 3 oblique strain. He didn't have surgery. He's playing through it. And his numbers are still fantastic.
Yeah.
And yet I have people tweeting all the time about how, like, man, I wish we got old Judge back.
Man, this isn't Judge. If he's not 100%, won't they just sit him? He had a 440 on base percentage in these 4 games. He had a hit in every single game. Since returning from injury, his numbers are insane. Since returning from injury. So, with the not pulling the ball, he has a 281 batting average, a 400 on base percentage, and an 867 OPS with a 470 slugging. On the season, he's got a 284 batting average, a 401 on base percentage, a 488 slugging, and an 888 OPS. Get off his back. He's also throwing dudes out in the outfield still, making diving catches still, being a leader of the team still. The scrutiny's bizarre, and I hate it, and I'm sick of it, and I'll fight you, Jake, if you don't take my side here.
He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall, very tall.
He's big. Yeah, man. It's and Jim, you know what, I'm not to Conor McGregor or Peacock around a little bit. I think Judge is going to make that a non-argument pretty soon. Maybe even this Orioles series. Because I actually, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe when Brian Hoke's book comes out in 20 years, he'll prove it wrong. But I think he's healthier than you think he's healthy. Like he's been going at it every day for a while. He's been given hacks. His approach is just to go to the opposite field. It's very clear. And
well, did you hear today?
I think the homers are going to come.
Did you hear A-Rod say that he thinks there's no way he's swinging the same as a healthy Judge?
Yeah.
And Beltran and like every ex-player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of people that say, that's how
I think he's
going to
put those people up very not the people reporting that. I think he's get hot. Dance I'm going on like power and everything. I think those arguments are going to look dumb in like a week.
No, that would. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to have this for the rest of the season. I'm saying like as he progresses and plays more and more, he's getting farther away from the injury. He's going to start ramping it up slowly. And right now, he came back from injury and was like, I'm not going to test this as much as I would normally test this.
Yeah, maybe. I think, Jim, kind of like you're saying, he's still playing good baseball. I just think he's a good week away from having the Aaron Judge like 1.0 OPS numbers people expect. And I think that week is about to happen.
Yeah. Well, do you think that he's going to start pulling the ball?
I mean, he's going to pull one eventually, but it's just not his approach. Look at what the Yankees team does. It's why they got DJ LeMahieu. It's why DJ LeMahieu has his career high in home runs. It's why they got Luke Voit. All of their righty power hitters, they want to go to right field. Yeah. And I think Aaron Judge is playing Aaron Judge baseball. He's essentially played 2 months, 56 games. So again, and he's a week away from having his normal what people would expect his Aaron Judge stats to be, and I think that's literally about to happen.
Holy shit! Have we been going for an hour and a half?
No, hour 25.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Correction.
Good
we'll finish at an hour and a half.
I have 125 on my screen as well. I just rounded up a little.
Well,
4-game set versus the Red Sox. Shit, I hope you guys don't mind the longer episodes. Jake, what's your next award?
Sorry for correcting you. Jim, my next award goes to General Custer.
General Custard?
Well, it doesn't go to General Custer. It's the General Custer Award, I guess.
General Custer. Okay. Who's a dunce killing Indians? Ooh. Yikes. Okay, we go to Cleveland in a little bit. Battle of Little Bighorn. Gonna have a big mustache. Slaughter some Native Americans. Act like you're a hero. Wow, this is crazy. Who are you giving it to?
This is a crazy award. Jim, I was trying to think of a war reference, and you really ran with it. And Jim, know who's going to be a big war guy by the end of this season? Like, know who we're going to have a lot of tweets about this offseason that their war was better than a lot of players?
Brett Gardner.
Mike Tauchman. Jim.
He's getting up there.
Mikey T, depending where you get WAR from, and I know we have a couple listeners. Our guy Booback kind of came out with a hate fest on WAR the other day. WAR, if you're not that familiar, it's an all-around kind of measurement to judge players. It's just one measurement. People don't live or die by it. Talkman has like a 2.3 WAR this year, Jimmy, and he's played in 57 games. Jim, in the next couple months, he's probably going to get close to that many games. If he stays healthy, all the opportunity is there for him to play like 100 games this season. And I'm telling you, if Mike Talkman finishes with a 4+ WAR after playing 100 games this year, there's going to be so many talk. Maybe the tweets will be by me, to be honest, but Talkman was better than this guy, and there will be all sorts of Talkman trade rumor season because he projected for a 6 WAR season and stuff like that. So Mike Talkman is the new WAR guy. Ironically, might be replacing our other WAR guy, Aaron Hicks.
Yeah, Brett Gardner currently he's top 10 in AL outfielders for WAR this season, and he is 11th in the MLB. Gardy, Judge, and Talk are all top 20 in the MLB. I think even top 16 if you want to do that. Which I'm guessing a lot of people, A, don't care about WAR, and a lot of people, B, don't look up WAR, but then they hear something, they're like, oh, okay. And yeah. Did you see Mikey Talkman with the eye black after the shower?
Oh, yeah.
That cracked me up.
Ultimate Warrior, man. I love Mike Talkman. He got too comfortable in his own skin.
He's a folk hero.
He's talking to everyone. Dude, I saw him talking to like Breivik the other day. And like I think Breivik was looking around at the guys like, what? Yeah. This is how this goes down. I love Mikey T. Dude, at the plate, he's a monster. And Jim, I mean, you know, Brett Gardner, what I'm looking at right now, Talkman has a 2.2, Gardy has a 2.27, so he's got him by half a WAR point. But Jimmy, Gardy's played in 96 games. Talkman's played in 56. He's got like a month more, like a third more of a season than Talkman going right now. So it's nuts. Got him for Philip Deal right before the season, people.
I can't wait till we have the ability to reach out to players in an easier way.
Yeah.
An office and not Denver and Lavallette, New Jersey. I'd love to just fucking be able to reach out to Talkman and be like, hey, man. And that's all I'd say. I'd be so nervous.
Well, Jim, I think those moments are coming sooner than you think. And I think I think me and Mikey T, I think we could figure things out.
Talkman fucking hilarious. I was just scrubbing through my Talkman gifs on my computer and dying laughing and getting fired up at the same time.
And dude, isn't it so funny looking back now that he is kind of this like football playing, talkative meathead, like wants to be doing everything? Picture how
no, dude, he's not really a meathead. He's like an intellectual.
Right. He's our buddy Rob. He's like, we have a friend, a meathead pharmacist who like, know what it is, Jim? They do everything like 120%. And
he watches Game of Thrones at 120%.
Exactly. He can't turn that off. So Jim, picture he comes over to the Yankees and he wants to be that 120% guy. He's not playing all the time. Nobody wants to be friends with him because of the whole Tyler Wade thing. He was just like a caged puppy dog for a little bit, and now he's out and it's the Mikey T show.
I was thinking about him playing in this Red Sox series, and when he got that big hit to break open the game in the 7th inning, it's like this dude was playing in AAA last year in front of no one with no hopes of a future because he's blocked or whatever.
He actually packs the house down there, so.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, man. I mean, we kind of did it with Luke Voigt last year, and maybe that's why we're not giving it enough attention, but these were kind of older guys, like 27 in AAA, thinking if we go another year without getting called up, like that might be it. Like our time might be up. And it's crazy. They have giant roles on the Yankees now, and it's mind-blowing when you think of the teams that have other restrictions, the Tampa Bays, the Oakland, and then I shouldn't be sending shots at them because those teams are actually really well run. How about the Tigers? You have a worse record than the Marlins. You have the worst record in baseball. You're in Detroit, which is a big baseball town, and you're not trying to figure out how we should get some Mike Talkmans and Luke Voits on our team. I don't know. Tune in to Talking Baseball tomorrow for more of that talk.
Yeah, I got to do some research. It's fucking late. It's 2 a.m. We went so long on this stupid episode.
Well, let's wrap it up. You got a final award?
Yeah. Drippity droopity.
Drippity droopity award. Thank you. Is it to me?
The Drippity droopity award.
Okay.
Figure it out.
I'm good. We got to wrap it up.
Aroldis Chapman.
Nice, man. Good award.
His chin dripping, drooping,
yeah.
Plop, 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 plop. Bad July. I think he blew 3 saves out of 7 chances. 2 for 2 in August so far. That's fantastic. Need him to be right. Hitting 102 on the gun in his second outing. In his first outing, threw the nastiest slider he's ever thrown. Not ever thrown, but spotted slider. One of the nastiest, perfectly placed sliders he's thrown this season. IMO. I want him to be Chappie's in. I never really lost faith because all closers go through these spells and all that stuff, but 2 good outings in a row versus Boston at home. It's good to see. I enjoyed it. I'm happy with it. Drippity Droopy Award is firmly in Aroldis' hands. Quickly, Jake, there's so many guys that needed to get mentioned and they didn't. You said Higgy.
Can I comment on your award real quick?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
It was a great award. Aroldis was my backup pick for the award. And Jim, I think the best way to label it is if Aroldis had another bad series, that would be the biggest complaint in Yankee land. And it's with basically 1 slider and 1 fastball, it's gone.
Yep. Drippity Droopity.
Drippity Droopity.
I wanted to mention Higgy. He's been nice. I'm happy they're splitting time because Romine's also good. And by splitting time, you get both good. I think you get more production as a whole when they split instead of just playing just one. I think either, if you play them all the time, they get kind of exposed.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with the way they're doing that. But Gary should be back by this weekend in Toronto. That's nice to know. Gio Urshela didn't get any love really for awards, but definitely deserved some. There was a lot. Talkman had big hits. He got an award. And I guess that's all I really got. Canley's awesome.
We haven't said much about Paxton. Good start.
Good start. He has 1 more of these, and you could really look at his game logs and be like, dude, he's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
But it's not what you say or what you do, Jake. It's how you make them feel.
Wow. Bob Costas.
It's a Bob Costas quote.
It's good.
I got pink eye a couple times, so me and Bob are friends.
Which reminds me, Jim, we are 6 reviews away.
All right, that was Talking to Yanks. Thank you very much. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams. Okay. Cool.
Felt like you kind of cut me off at the end there.
I didn't think. I thought you were done.
Oh. All right.
Dude, Chad Ochocinco has 3.3 million followers.
It's pretty good.
But he didn't at me or link the video or anything. Just straight text.
Yeah. Which I respect that.
Yeah. He said he's been watching it for 40 minutes and laughing. That's good.
Dude, I'm shot right now.
Who shot you?
Instead of typing SoundCloud, I just typed UpCloud. Fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Ocho Cinco's got to have a... just made people call him that. It's so funny. Dude, it's so funny that you can do that. When you become Just call me Ocho Cinco now, and here I am, just calling him Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
His rules.
Question. Say you are a member of the 2019 Yankees conditioning staff and you need a new car. Feel confident to buy that Toyota RAV4 or see doom coming, unemployment, and buy that Ford Fiesta? I think the training staff has to get fired.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But again, like that Urshela moment, like it took me aback. Like, and Jim, I know we turn a lot of stuff into a comedy scene, but like picture that these trainers really are the best in the world, and it's just like the worst year ever.
Nah.
And they're at the end of the day, they're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything right. Urshela just hit himself in the leg on back-to-back pitches.
Nah, it's not Shell or Edwin. It's all the pulls and strains.
Even like I don't know. Hearing that 3 field players might have Tommy John surgery. I know you said a couple of them are sliding, but it still doesn't seem right. I'm not seeing that happen on other teams.
Spike just said meta world peace.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Wait, we used to call you Ron Artest.
Call me meta world peace now.
Now I'm going by meta world peace. Okay.
World peace in the corner. Hits the 3. It's like what they would do. It's like,
yeah.
It's what they had to say. Spike said, dude, I forgot his real name.
Yeah.
He went back to Ron Artest after a while, right?
I think it's flexible. I think that's the sweet spot. I think you want to change names for a while, and then you want people to have the ability to call you multiple names. That's like where Chad Johnson's at.
Said he's still meta. Yeah, Chad Johnson is Ocho Cinco, but his name is Chad Johnson on Twitter and stuff. Dude, I can't believe how long that episode went.
Rolling.
I hope that we didn't have a lot of ums and ahs and whatevers because I'm not editing a thing.
Good.
It's too late. We got Talking Yanks or Talking Baseball. I want to be up in 6 hours to start prepping it. Fuck.
Yes, sir.
Fuck. Fuck. All right. Let me check the chat. Giancarlo Stan. That was his real name, though. BJ Upton went back to Melvin Upton. Yeah. Those are good, but they're like real names still.
Right.
I remember when John Ryan Murphy, he was J.R. Murphy his first season, and then I called me John Ryan. And it was like, dude, now we don't like you.
Yeah.
You just made so much more work.
Like Ocho Cinco isn't even how you say 85 in Spanish.
No.
Call me Ocho Cinco.
Triton just send something that's made me laugh, Jake.
Okay.
Ever think about a charity fundraiser? He's seen some podcasts try to do marathon podcasts. What's that look like? It sounds so much fun to me. Yeah. And it sounds like your nightmare.
Let's sign up for it.
Oh, I think we would just like do it.
Let's go.
Had a marathon podcast. What do you think the longest marathon podcast? Oh, wait, hold on.
I do like an 8-hour day.
Like talking for 8 hours straight?
Like kind of, but like being able to do ridiculous things. Like we'd be like you come into it with no plan, and then we'd like DM all the beat writers, and it'd be like, yeah, I don't know, hour, 2.5. We talked to Coley Harvey for like 45 minutes. That was kind of cool.
8 hours isn't anything though. Like Mike Francesa did 6 every day for like 10 years.
Right.
I think to be like a marathon, you got to do like 24 hours straight.
I think we're doing days. Okay. Well, I'm interested.
Longest podcast episode. "12-hour day with JD and Connor." Wow. That sounds so fucking fun to me. You do it like once a year, and it's like, all right, 14-hour pod, and you just like you just have to think of bits and segments. You gotta fill the air for 14 hours.
It's a wild ride.
So then Mike Francesa also fell asleep on air. Slash Filmcast did a long one every hour, sponsored by someone. Grown Losers, revive it. I'd love to. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I don't have time to currently make food some days, so.
Yeah.
I did have some scripts written from way back when.
Hey, it looks like you tweeted out "party in."
Yeah, I love partying.
You always love that joke.
Back after this, tweeted out a video saying Talkman would never be anything. That's why I hate back after this. I fucking hate back after this. You could find tweets of mine. Someone posted the video where I'm like, who's Mike Talkman? Why? Yeah. Why? It's like, if everyone was saying it, then we can't just look at Mike Francesa and be like, oh, right. What an idiot. I hate back after this. I think that's one of the worst accounts on Twitter. And I've like talked with a dude before, and he's a fucking loser. Yo, Francesa did say we should trade Glaber to the Mets. I don't know if he didn't say that. I listened to it. He said that would do it, and I think he was talking of the Mets. Like, oh, that would do it for the Mets. Glaber and Davey for Syndergaard. But I don't know if he was saying it from the Yankees' point of view. But it was stupid either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every Yankee fan has shit posted about Voit and Talkman from their first, like, stints.
I mean, Voit, man. Dude, they threw Luke Voit in right field. That's still maybe the most bizarre thing I've seen. What was that?
I don't know.
Like, that's literally... Like, I don't know.
Wasn't it just at the end of a game?
Yeah, it was like for 2 innings.
They didn't have a right fielder.
But dude, like literally think like what must have happened there? Like Voit comes to the team. They tell Booney that he's like, yeah, righty power hitter, mostly first base, whatever. And then like Boone forgot during the game and was like, hey, Voit, you play right field? And Voit and his first action on the Yankees was like, yeah, sure. Luke Voit can't play right. He's a ball of meat.
It's pretty slow. Did he ever play right field for the Cardinals?
I don't think so. Let's see.
No. That was his first time ever playing right field.
Like I'm interested in like the minor leagues if I can even find that.
Yeah, of course you can. Here, fielding. Nope. Oh wait, he started 12 games in the outfield in Double-A. They were all in left field.
Yeah, his first professional inning of right field was with the New York Yankees. And it's not like it was an athletic guy that they threw in there.
Yeah, so what was the move? He started the game at first base. Zach Britton replaces Chad Green pitching. Greg Bird moves from pinch hitter to first base. Luke Voigt moves from first base to right field. So Greg Bird pinch hit for Shane Robinson.
Yes. So basically they said, are we going to put Bird or Voigt in right field?
Yeah. And Voigt lost.
That's tough.
Well, I mean, that's the obvious call if you have the two of them.
Yeah.
Did he get any balls in right field?
I don't think so.
Nah. Britton went strikeout, walk, strikeout. So it was just one inning.
That might be like the only inning of right field he's ever played in his life. And it happened at Yankee Stadium.
Can you, if we ever have Voigt on the show, can you write that down as a question to ask him?
I mean, I'm not, but you're pretty good at remembering combos, so I feel like we're close.
You think they should pick up Austin Romine? I mean, Tyler Austin?
If we need a good fight.
He just got DFA'd by the Giants, so they could pick him up to play first base if they wanted him over Ford.
I think we want Ford at this point.
Interesting thing, though. Bring him back into the fold.
Yeah. Dude, CC, I guess it was this last R2C tour, the section I listened to. They were talking about Tyler Austin in the fight and, like...
I know, I wanted to go find that.
Like, how much of a... I don't know. Like, how much they really did respect Tyler Austin for little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, every team has those guys.
All right. Chat, I got to go editing this. Where's Morales? We DFA'd him. Yeah, that's what CC said. CC said the opposing player was telling Tyler Austin, I didn't do anything, so I want to go find out. I did a breakdown of all that brawl. It's the first breakdowns I ever did. But I was at work and like whispering to my computer. Dude, I got this. Did Lomo opt out? Ooh, I don't know.
Baseball's tough.
In what sense?
Logan Morrison just playing like in Scranton.
Yo, you got to read John Feinstein's book, Where Nobody Knows Your Name. It's about guys like 30-year-olds bouncing from majors to minors.
Yeah.
And it's like inspiring and sad and all at the same time.
Been there.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We will see you later. Bye.